Good morning, everyone. Call to order this Board of Supervisors special session. If you could do roll call, please. Jake.
Keisha Johnner,
Here.
Jim Mueller,
Here.
Steve McCombs. Here.
I'll entertain a motion for today's special session agenda.
Make a motion to approve today's agenda.
I'll support.
McCombs,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. On to business. This is the public hearing, the proposed FY26 Marion County property tax levy. Again, this is the public hearing. If you have something to speak to the board about, I ask that either you raise your hand if you're online, or if you're in audience and you would like to speak to the board, please go to the podium, state your name, your address, and then anything that you have to present to the board. So. Yep, right.
My name is Barbara Anderson. I live at 1797 150th Place. I received some copies of these documents in the mail that have to do with property taxes, and I don't have a whole lot of understanding about it. I'm just comparing school systems and urban and rural resident rates.
Okay.
It lists staff employee wage benefit expenses, increase in property liability insurance expense, and price increase in road maintenance material. And so I do want to say that I'm also under these same type of things that have to do with property and liability insurance, because the companies that I had covering my farm left Iowa and I had to find other companies. I had to look for less coverage because the expense was higher. I could not cover as many buildings on my farm as I had before. And so I'm understanding of that. I'm hoping that our increases in road maintenance material are going to be able to be assisted with doing contracts. We have local quarries near us that we would able to use somebody that's local. That would be something that we could look at that would alleviate some of the material that's added to the roadways, because I know living on a rural road, it's extremely important. The rural road persons do a very good job on my road and bring material and pay a lot of attention to it, and I appreciate that. I do need that. I do want to make some comments about the school system coverages. I know I may not have hit the appropriate meeting with those school things, but I do want to make comments that reviewing things and stuff online in our Knoxville school systems, even though we do have very large, new, big buildings, and they are great to look at, but our scores on NICHE 2025 best school things still say Knoxville scores 61% proficiency in math, 66% in reading, and only 50% in science. And so the size of these buildings have not improved our scores in these areas yet. And I know that we have from this website about 40 to 49.9% Knoxville gets free school lunches. And so our disadvantaged economically number of persons is higher than the other areas around in our county. And so we do still have issues about resource allocations. We have lower scores, declining performance, and we're not rated very high in the number of high schools in the state of Iowa. And so I have concerns about those numbers, that we've already put a lot of money into buildings, and we have other sports things that we have focused on and tried to improve. And so I asked the board's understanding that we may be allowed to ask for certain percentages in these taxes, but I'm hoping that the maximum amount is not what we end up with, that there'll be some method of reducing the amount here, making it more reasonable.
Thank you, Barb.
Thank you.
I appreciate your comments. I would like to say, when regarding the school, you probably do need to reach out to the school, but I'm not for sure when their public hearing was. So we will only be able to, we are only able to look at what we at the county. So we don't have any regulation in regarding the schools. So, okay. So the school just submits to the county auditor and the levy in which they're looking to imply. So that makes sense. So this is the public comment portion. Do we have any other public comments? You see anything online, Emily? Okay. There's no further public comments. I'll entertain a motion to close the public comment portion.
So moved.
Second.
McCombs,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. Entertain a motion to adjourn the special agenda.
Make a motion, we adjourn the special agenda.
I'll support.
McCombs,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.